It's already February, another month has gone past. The anime onlys have just learned about some Queen shit quite recently. Well, never mind then, is pointing that out in chat as we speak. But here we are, for the third last time. We are talking about last minute predictions here for a new chapter of Attack on Titan. Zeke and Armin chat, exclamation point, question mark. By God, that's me in case you couldn't figure it out. I made the PowerPoint. We got some slides here to go over. Lazily thrown together PowerPoint. What else would you expect? First one's got a lot of text. We'll talk about all the potential happenings of this chapter before most of you leave, because the average view duration on these videos is about 2 minutes, so that's fucking embarrassing. YouTube watchers are cringe. Gabby Gang, what's up, MeTube? Haha, got him. Like YouTube, MeTube. Ha, Gabby Gang. Everybody spamming Gabby stuff. The Gabby conversation has started anew because of this fucking shitty anime episode. Actually, it was pretty good. Follow my Twitter and you can see my takes on the fucking episodes as they come out. Or you can follow us on Twitch. As you can see, Twitch chat going past here. Link is in the description for both of those things. And you don't have to wait until YouTube to fucking watch these goddamn last minute predictions. You can be live in chat with everybody. I always forget, because I can't see chat on my screen, that fucking... the images are always covered up by chat, so... I don't know why I put them in these fucking PowerPoints. Bring on the pain. Alright, should we just start? Do we have any more preamble bullshit? Last chapter ended with Zeke and Armin speaking to each other. We'll talk about that at the end of the PowerPoint, because we're going through chronologically talking about the 4 or 5 different cliffhangers that were in the last chapter. There was a lot of fighting. Looks like everybody's going to die. Obviously, it's a misdirect, because they're going to win, because they have the... They have morality on their side, goodness against the evil Eren, and they will quell him and put him down. And that's what we're about to see, hopefully, in the next chapter. Though, the next chapter might not have any of that, but we'll talk about that when we get to the Zeke and Armin thing. Did the Malayans and the Eldians shoot each other? Exclamation point, 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 question mark, 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 question mark. We're very distressed. We were left in suspense last chapter as the Eldians and Malayans pointed guns at each other, and this bloke came out and shots went off, whether or not they had shot each other. We're all on the edge of our seats trying to figure out if this very haphazard example of our moral theme was fake or real. Are we going to get the Devilman ending? Everything is riding on this scene, and how it resolves. If they shot each other, then people will never learn. If they succeed in quelling the violence through talking and understanding and hope, then we win. Everything's riding on this thing. Alright, everybody hates this shit. Nobody wants to talk about it. That's why I'm making fun of it with my cringy fucking monologue there. And with all of these exclamation points and question marks. That's why I said them all out loud, to emphasize that. Oh no, boys and girls, did the nice Malayan gentleman shoot the nice Eldian gentleman, and vice versa? Well, of course not. The most boring cliffhanger from last month's chapter is whether or not the people still... It's whether or not the people still on the fort killed each other in this standoff. The standoff over here with the image. The answer is almost certainly not. We see the commander dude approaching, who in the previous chapters gave a big speech about tolerance, and he shot into the air, likely to clear the tension and remind everybody that they aren't doing this cycle shit anymore. Cycle of hatred, etc. It's a very blatant actualization of the entire theme of Attack on Titan, and it's not bad. And I like that it shows that we're not immediately and I like that it shows that immediately after the speech they don't just all fall in line, and shows that this is a gradual process for people to understand and forgive each other. But I wish it wasn't presented in a way that makes the outcome so obvious, while the narrative seems to think that it doesn't. This is a fucking Naruto moment, and I love Naruto, as we talk about on stream all the time. But this obvious, like, a cliffhanger that everybody knows isn't going to come true, because obviously this is how narratives work. Obviously they didn't shoot each other. It's the most obvious thing in the world. And cutting away at this moment to try and act suspenseful is kind of an insult on the audience's intelligence, making us think that maybe they fooled us into thinking meaning Isayama, of course, thinking that fucking we're stupid enough to believe that they just shot each other, even though it's in contradiction to everything that's happening thematically and everything this dude has said in the past. Now, the ultimate meme subversion, the ultimate proof of Isayama's fucking dick, is if he comes back and they did just shoot each other, and the Devilman ending actualizes next chapter, and the last 2 chapters are Eren going back to Paradis and realizing it was for nothing, and that people are already fighting, there's another civil war there, and he can't do anything about it, and the cycle will continue forever, and everything is bad. And we get the full Devilman ending of Eren just then starts rumbling Paradis and is like, haha, humanity has no hope. Meme. Remember Devilman? That was cool. We just did that on a larger scale, and we call it Attack on Titan. Now that would be ultimate, just to subvert what looks like a terrible moment here. And if that happens, I just referenced it, so it's not going to make me look stupid for being so adamant in one direction here. So I'm covering all my bases. I'm a genius. But we all know what's happening here. They didn't shoot each other, or they did, and everything's better because then the story's cool. Should I look at chat, or should we keep going? I saw some disturbing Abby edits on Twitter. People are fucked up. Everybody's seen them. Two boring characters building a sandcastle together would be interesting. Cringe. I shall remind you all that there are non-fan arts where depicting Gabby getting raped by Jaegers. Very fucked up. Oh well. What the fuck was I up to in chat? Why did it scroll past? Yes, they did. YouTube viewers already clicked off the video. It's a shame. They're gone by now. Yikes. Shooting in the air is probably a bad idea, though. Yeah. Hits Falco can no longer fly. The world ends. Let's be real. If I hear someone shooting, I'm pulling the trigger. Devilman ending, please. So he's going to go into Rumble Parrot is too cool. He can erase their memory. Nah, I just kill them instead. They're just going to kill each other even if you erase their memory. By Aaron's logic, we should wipe everybody out. Fuck it. Devilman ending would be Kino in theory, but cringe in practice. False. If the shots were fired, but we didn't see the general arrive at the scene, we still say it's. Would you say it's still bad setup? I don't know. It feels very like, hey, remember, we're all coming together. It's the first time I felt that like the theme was a little heavy-handed, but whatever. It's really not that big of a deal. Let's talk about some real shit. What's going to happen with Jean, Piek, and Raina? I'll never say peak. I'll never say goodbye, or however the fuck they say in the dub. I have to listen to the dub because I'm watching Blind Wave react. It's pretty abysmal. The Attack on Titan dub has always been one of the worst in existence. I will never back down from that point. You're more likely to get me to admit that Vinland Saga's anime adaptation was good than that the fucking Attack on Titan dub is not the worst thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. But Piek it is, and she's a queen, and she was on her real shit last chapter, if we cannot forget. Transforming 7 times, jumping out mid-transformation, biting cunts' necks. It was fucking sick. Her and Jean are like trapped here, and I haven't even decided if it's Jean or John yet, and I don't give a fuck what the fucking dub says. Reiner is over there somewhere, kind of fighting people off, probably gonna be fine. Jean is fucked, alright? He's got fucking swords, and he ain't that good. They always said he was good with the maneuvering thing, so maybe he's going to maneuver his way out of this situation. But what the fuck are they going to do? I'm not sure, outside of fighting harder. Mostly for these slides, I want to talk if they're going to die or live. Now, Piek is a disposable character, but she had a great fake death last chapter when, like, we didn't know her endurance thing yet. So after she got out of the Warhammer and stabbed Piek 2 chapters ago. Then at the beginning of last chapter, she jumps out and she's running on the thing, and it's super fucking sick, and she transforms again, and then I think she beats the one Warhammer Titan, then another one cuts her the fuck up, and in that moment, I was sure she was gonna die, because, like, she can't transform again, surely. So she's fucked up now, and it's like, oh, fuck, Piek is gonna die. It just feels like Piek is disposable, and she can die. Like, I don't think Reiner can die, and Jean's gotta fuck Mikasa, or I'm still holding on to hope. So he can't die either. Piek doesn't have anybody to fuck unless the Yelena thing's happening, which was reiterated on in the most recent episode. We all remember that Piek was gay, and we forget this too easily sometimes. That's a whole thing we were talking about before as well. Piek is the most disposable out of the 3 characters here, though. I can see Jean dying. I think Reiner is going to die, probably, but that'll be killing Eren. He's not going to die to some fucking Titans here. I don't know how they get out of it. I'm going to talk about this when we get to Zeke and Armin. I think the next chapter might just be Zeke and Armin the whole time, and then they come up with a thing, and then again, my theory last time was that they're going to win over Ymir. I said this in the chapter review. They were going to win over Ymir, and therefore, because Ymir is controlling all these Titans, and supposedly the Rumbling too, and she's just doing as Eren wants. So if they can convince Ymir that this is bad, and we should be good people, and not kill everybody, then, like, she can stop everything, and then this problem will be gone because they're outnumbered, but then all these Titans disappear. Outside of that, I mean, I guess they can just say that they can fight them off because they fight really hard, which is fine with me. I don't really care. But in terms of death, Piek is most likely then Jean, then Reiner, in the next chapter at least. Overall, Jean is probably the least likely to die. Reiner, I don't know. I used to be more certain that it was going to be like Reiner and Eren die at the same time because of the parallels and everything like that. I don't know anymore. We'll have to wait and see. Hellos Chads, Reiner will prevail. Well, never mind that it's saying in chat. Now, Piek is going to survive this. She's going to fuck shit up. I hope so. Piek is cool. Definitely my favorite out of these three. Piek's dub voice actor is wonderful. This is true. There was that one... it's sexy, right? Her voice is hot, but I don't know. There's so many awkward... English is bad, especially for anime, which has, like, awkward dialogue all the time. They will all join hands. Eren still wins Kino. Maybe that's kind of it's kind of the end of Devilman, where everybody does come together, but they still don't win. But then the thing is that Rio, reincarnates every time as Satan, and he will carry over his memories sometimes, and he'll remember Akira. Akira? And he'll remember Devilman, and that'll change Satan forever because of the love of Devilman, and things like that. So that kind of works, is like people should come together, and Eren realizes he's wrong, and he wins, but it's a hollow victory, and he realizes he fucked everything up and he was stupid. The theme would still be that coming together is like the point, and Eren missed the point and killed everybody, because Eren is childish and an idiot. Eren is childish and entitled. I was thinking about this as I was washing up last night. To this day, somebody will respond in the comments because of what I'm saying right now, that Eren is not childish. Even though his fucking avatar right now is a child. In the Paz realm, he acts like a child because he is a child. We see his childish... He's such a fucking child. I guess people just think he's cool and sexy, and they don't want him to be a kid, because both of those things are problematic in relation to children. Children can't be cool, and we don't want to think they're sexy, because that's a little weird. But he's definitely those things. The issue isn't that general. Every scene he's in is cringe, and he treats the audience like idiots. I mean, but I think about this, and I say this all the time, but then you just think, the audience are kind of fucking idiots. I mean, you have to explain everything to these fucking morons 3 times, and they still don't get it. PX voice actress, based and true. PX dub is wonderful. It's supposed to be French, and I have a reasonable explanation for it, kind of. Nah, Piek is going to survive this. I don't give a fuck if it is a French name and it's supposed to be pronounced Peak. I'm not going to say it like that. Piek X Reiner, that's a little weird. The Hello supporters are coming. I always thought the meme ending I have of, like, Mikasa makes it to Eren after his body's been blown into 3 parts and his head can still talk or some shit. And he tells Mikasa to tell Historia that the mission was complete, and that reveals the Itachi ending, and Mikasa then has to go and talk to Krista. Why did I call her Krista? Jesus Christ. Historia. But what if it's Reiner, and then Reiner has to go and talk to Historia, because he wanted to marry Historia, and that can, like, bring that thing to a halt or something. But he can also carry Ymir on his back, because Ymir is fucking still alive, because we're getting the lesbian ending. God, imagine if the lesbian ending comes to pass. It'll be bigger than when I predicted the fucking Flying Titan that same month. God, it'll be so cool. Lesbian ending is the most Kino ending. It would be cool to see all the past Titan shifters with Armin and Zeke in the Paz realm, and they're trying to fight Ymir or something. What if they convince Ymir to be a good guy, and then she sends all of these Titans to go and fuck up all the... No, there's still too many Colossal Titans for them to kill, like, all of them. And they wouldn't do it in time to save the port people. And we have to save the fucking families and shit like that. Reiner will live and suffer in depression for life. I don't know. If he wins this battle, I don't think he's going to be depressed anymore. Plus, we've got to deal with the Curse of Ymir thing. They've got to get rid of that somehow. So we can cut forward to fucking Annie and Armin's kids. Am I the only one who wants to see a massacre? You're definitely not. Whenever anybody asks, am I the only one, they know that they're not, and they're just trying to galvanize the people that agree with them. Reiner is dumb. They're similar, but not the same. How much chat do I want to read? Not as much as I am. I'm scrolling through. Oh, I just noticed, Kyle, isn't it weird how everybody in Paths, as of now, possess a childlike attitude? Eren being childish, Ymir, Zeke being a child. Maybe everybody's always childish, and whenever they think they're mature, they're just being cringe, and they're not actually mature, and nobody's ever mature. A character can be wrong. I don't know what never mind, then's having a conversation for. I'm trying to get to the bottom of chat so we can continue with the PowerPoint. I shall remind you that Reiner is projecting some of his feelings onto Eren. Eren is also doing... The thing is, Attack on Titan is not a complicated enough story for statements that characters make too often to be wrong. Like, if we were reading fucking A Song of Ice and Fire and a character outrightly said something, you would never believe it because they're scheming, or you wouldn't even believe the narrator of the chapter because that's what those fucking books are about. They're about information and fucking schemes and fucking with things. If, like, a character comes out and says, and, like, theorizes about Eren's motivations, it's probably going to be true. But it might not be. So there's always... You gotta do a push and pull with how good Attack on Titan is at that sort of writing. It's a clusterfuck. We'll see. History, everything will be wrapped up in 3 chapters, then we can talk about it all properly. What's going to happen with Annie, Mikasa, and Connie? So now we're doing the same but for the other conflict. Because this one ends like part 1 of the chapter, then part 2 of the chapter. God, the rumbling thing is over. The best shot of Annie's ass we've ever gotten. And look at the back. It's not looking too bad. Bertolt's over here. What's going to happen with Annie, Mikasa, and Connie? Connie is obviously the most disposable one here. Mikasa has to make it to Eren. Annie and Armin have to sex, so they're both fine. Connie kind of got to make it back to his mother, so I think he might be fine too. Which leads me to believe nobody's going to die. People have died up until this point. Hanji died. Like, maybe Reiner dies, and maybe Levi dies. But I think the rest of these idiots are surviving. Zeke, maybe. That's an easy death too. The rest of them, I think, survived. There's a reason why Sasha was killed off. She had no fucking, like, narratives moving forward that will, like, have to be long-term things. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if Ymir reverses everything because they win her over, like, Connie's mother will be, like, become a human again. So, like, that's Connie needs the emotional arc of seeing that fucking come to pass. And then Annie's got the relationship with Armin. Mikasa obviously has to make it to Eren because there's a lot of character potential there. Jean, maybe the Mikasa thing. Pieck doesn't really have any moving forward plots. So that's why she's probably the most expendable, and Reiner has to make it to Eren. I don't know, Mikasa and Annie are both there. They could beat up all of these dudes, right? It's pretty easy. There's a lot of fucking Titans here, huh? Connie's kind of hanging out. I think they'll all survive. I don't know. Maybe we do the thing where we do the Levi final stand and he kills every fucking Titan on this thing because fuck yeah, of course he could. But he dies from it, and it's cool. I could see that happening maybe. I don't know how they're going to get out of the battle with fists. We'll see. That's for Isayama to think up. Action scene memes. How are Levi, Gabby, and Falco going to get involved? What an interesting question. Levi's final stand is something we've theorized about. Levi just having to watch as the next generation solves the big issues. Could be a potential ending. Back when he first got exploded, we were talking about maybe he has the Jaime Lannister arc where he has to, like, come to terms with the fact that he was once the strongest boy in the world, but now he really can't do anything. Gabby's got to shoot somebody. She has a rifle for a reason. We talked about maybe another flying Titan, but then you have to be connected to Eren's spine thing or whatever. Maybe you could make a longer umbilical cord or something like that, and Gabby could shoot down thingies. Maybe she shoots the fucking bomb things that explode and decapitate Eren, saving the day because she's the true protagonist and a hero and a queen. Falco did his thing. He's a fucking bird or whatever. Who cares? The worst thing coming out of anime onlys is this disgusting love for Falco. I don't know. Falco's always been kind of a boring prick. Even more than the hatred for Annie or the stupid fucking the CG's good shit. Anything like that is the weird... People caring about Falco is weird, and I never thought I'd see the fucking day. But it's happening. Look how big this fucking gun is. You can see it. You're gonna shoot some fucks with that. And people are gonna be mad about it. Levi... strong possibility of dying. Gabby and Falco, absolutely 0% outside of a Devilman ending that they die in any shape or form. It's not happening. What if Falco gets shot down and, like, Gabby has to, like, pull him out and they get a cute thing where she's super worried if Falco is alive and she kisses him when he comes back on, like, the forehead because they're kids, alright? Let's not get fucking filthy out here. I could see that happening. That'd be a cute scene. God, remember how muscly Falco was last fucking chapter with the fucking swooping and shit? That was sick. Attack on Titan's good. This fucking bone ass over here is kind of funny, and it's kind of weird to look at every time I see it. Next, I haven't read chat in a while. Should I do that? Falco and Onyekapon are the only good people in this story. Falco's killing people, right? Sometimes, maybe. Dude, Falco is awesome. Cringe. Falco is based, you cuck. See, look at this fucking disgusting shit I'm seeing in chat. It's too late for the Jamie arc, true. Does Eren want to be stopped? Maybe not necessarily, especially since he would make zero sense from Eren's perspective. Yeah, I don't think that is true. I don't know. We'll fucking see. Maybe it's supposed to be interpretive, and like we're never going to get a full answer, and you sort of got to go back. Kobeni would have survived the rumbling. True. Kobeni will live. How did this start? How did this start in chat? I agree, but A Song of Ice and Fire is this extreme example. Absolutely. It's like so good at that it's like preposterous that other stories exist. It's so postmodern that it should become the new norm. Attack on Titan... Oh no, I shouldn't have used those words. Attack on Titan has enough examples of characters having flawed and false beliefs. Yeah, but it's usually explained, so like... I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't really have a direction with that, but I scrolled up. Good as in moral. I mean, yeah. Killing is bad. Too much liberal for me. Falco low-key cringe. I always found it weird that Eren's Titan is perfect for an ODM gear. I've thought we were shown that Eren doesn't want to stop when he didn't let Reiner eat him. I want to know what happened to Rico. True. What happened to Glasses Girl? Isayama just forgot about her. I don't know, maybe she'll be in a group shot at the end. Falco's alright. Kyle's just trying to sound cool. It's true. Whenever me and Minty get into arguments, I always defend Falco to him. But whenever it's anybody else, I'm shitting on Falco. Especially when Gabby's right there next to him most of the time. Who could possibly give a fuck about this good boy fuck? She was forgotten simple. We don't know that yet. ODM gear, you know, the rumbling. Hook's device they used to kill Titans. Yes, I know, but I have no idea how that works with Eren's Titan. She won't be cleaning walls anymore. Who's Rico? Rico is like, in the Trost thing, she's the only of the 3 garrison commanders that survives it. She's also at the, she's like got white hair and like glasses on. She's also at the trial for Eren, and like Mikasa's like, why didn't you lie on the report? And she's like, I would never lie on a report. And she pushes her glasses up. She's kind of sucks, but she's kind of hot, so we like her. She's also in season 2. She's like cutting down a Titan at one point. They call back to her then. Outside of that, I don't think she was ever mentioned again. For a change, how would they end this story? I don't know what's going on here. Let's continue. Zeke and Armin are hanging out in the Paz realm. What now? I still really love this fucking scene. It's easily the best characterization Zeke's ever gotten. Like, so Ymir ate you too while he's like he's acting real childlike, depressed, making with the sandcastle. He's like Eren's friend. So Ymir ate you too. And he's looking up. He's got a British accent now. It's completely possible that the chapter, the entire video and PowerPoint will be rendered completely obsolete. Because I think there's a strong possibility that the whole chapter could just be... I just figured out a parallel, hold on. It would just be about Zeke and Armin, so what will become of these two? Remember when Zeke and Eren were in the Paths realm and Eren didn't try to compromise at all? He just said, because I was born into this world, and marched forward like a moron. Now it's the juxtaposition. Armin is in a similar position. He's going to reason and sit with Zeke, and they're going to make a sandcastle together. Literally, the end of Evangelion is happening. I think that's in... Is Naruto just Evangelion? Is this something I'm realizing now? Because there's also the sandpit scene in Naruto, right? At the very end, where like... Because there's such... Naruto is good. There's like the ending part where it's like... Sasuke standing with baby Naruto, not baby Naruto, but like 5 or 8-year-old Naruto and adult Naruto standing with like 8-year-old Sasuke, and because they were so alone, but they didn't, like they refused to be friends because they could have been friends from the beginning, and it was a whole cute parallel thing. But I'm pretty sure that's like a sunset, and it's near sand pits. I can't remember though. But like the end of the Evangelion thing, obviously the famous Shinji is building the sandcastle. All the kids have to go home because they have parents. It also ties into the Naruto and Sasuke thing too. They don't have parents because they got killed. Lamau. Sand pits at the end of shit. that's sad that then becomes fun and good and depressive. Armin literally had a Shinji monologue last chapter about how much he hates himself and looking down on himself like that. What was the point about this? Sandcastles being a meme. They're going to talk. They're going to come to the same conclusion. Zeke's going to be a good boy. They might try and convince Ymir. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. What could come of this besides convincing Ymir? Let's try and think outside of our own fucking theories here. God, what is going to happen in this chapter? I'm actually pretty excited. There's going to be... Because there's 3 left. It's going to be strong implications of where we're going. Like, they decide to fight together, but what the fuck are they going to do? They're both trapped. Also, the implication, Ymir ate you too, that this could be like Zeke split in 2 when he got eaten by Ymir. Even though Zeke, he got put in the stomach, he didn't go through the mouth. Kind of like... But, like, this is something that happens, like, oh no, so Ymir ate you too. There's so much intrinsically implied. Fuck off, Historia. By, like, Zeke's attitude here that's so interesting that we need... Like, I can't explain it at all. I don't know. What the fuck does chat think? Could be Adam is now following. I'm seeing this on my phone now because I ignored it when it happened because I was, like, doing weird shit. Shinji moment. I'm trying to scroll back up. Is Naruto just Evangelion? What? Well, the ending of Naruto is literally Evangelion, right? They just want to put everybody in sort of this dream state where everybody's happy, the bad guys, that is. Well, never mind, then doesn't know shit about Evangelion and he doesn't know shit about Naruto, so I don't know why he's talking fucking shit. I don't think the chapter will be completely Zeke and Armin, but there's a big possibility it will only be paths. Well, what? Is Eren gonna fucking show up? What's going on here? I think it's underappreciated how well the end of the world event finale is. Other stories feel lazy and it took place in one location. True, they have been going around. Actually, we know that the garrison was dissolved, so she's either in the Survey Corps or just in the military police, or maybe she's retired. Was it dissolved, or did a lot of people just stop joining it? Maybe it was dissolved, I don't remember. Nothing will happen in this chapter, that's my prediction. Well, that is just factually incorrect. The story is about to end and people are worried about Rico. Somebody just made a meme about Rico in chat. Nobody's actually worried. Jesus, the Armin is as hyper-theorious a bonkers actually with this setup. If Willie comes back somehow, I want fucking every idiot in here better be a subscriber to my fucking Patreon and my Twitch. God. I remember I was thinking about this like 2 weeks ago and I thought of a way for Willie to somehow come back. Like, not actually, but for him and Eren to have been planning everything out. It has to be an Itachi ending for that, so well, never mind, then can shut the fuck up. Because we're getting it, and Willie's going to be involved somehow. Willie and Eren talked beforehand. It's got to happen. Jägermaster plan was true. They refuse to be friends because Sasuke's an arsehole. This is definitely not true. Isn't it funny how, like, the one of the core themes of, like, one of the characterizing traits of the Uchiha clan is that they love too good. And, like, that's, like, a thing that's introduced at the end, that the Uchiha clan are, like, the most capable of love. Because the whole series builds up like they're all hateful assholes, but it's actually that they love the most. Naruto's cute as fuck. Armin and Shinji both had stuff on their hands. True. Hating yourself is a Shinji moment. That feel when you have Shinji moments daily. I think that was almost the point of Shinji's character and what makes him good. Depression was actually invented by Evangelion. No, but it was termed by Evangelion, I believe. Hedgehogs and the such. Sand over snow. Sand definitely over snow. Deserts are cool. I like desert places in Minecraft. Snow places in Minecraft suck. When they put the snow on the top of all the mountains, I wanted to quit that fucking game. The sand thing looks cool. It's yellow and shit. Deserts are cool. Like, the snow parts in Uncharted 2, shit. Lame. I hate that shit. Desert parts in Uncharted 3, that's some Kino fucking shit. So yes, sand over snow. This is an argument we were having before stream about me saying that snow sucks. And that I read the first chapter of Fire Punch, and I don't want to read anymore because there's snow in it. Armin and Shinji cooming over unconscious girls is based. This is also a connector. I haven't even gotten to Mikasa and Rei yet. Does that make Eren Asuka? No, because I don't like him. But, kinda. On a very surface level, maybe. Secretly hate each other, secretly very childish. Is Eren Asuka? Asuka's only 14, though. Doesn't try to destroy the world. Because she's a hero and stuff, she saves it. Just give me parts, please, no more action. Do we have to read any more? I will cry because Sidus is here, probably to talk some shit. Revisit of the Jaeger Master Plan, definitely when it's over. We have to do a retraction of some sort. Maybe chapter 137 is going to be full of flashbacks. I just hope it doesn't end with the spying creature actually being the final boss who was controlling Eren all along, because that would be kind of lame. Would ruin Eren's character. Asuka is German. Jaeger is German surname. Oh my god. They're literally the same character. It was just Asuka, Shinji. Attack on Titan is just the most base thing in the world, because it was like, fuck Shinji, he's a side bitch character. We'll make Asuka the main character. And that's how we got Eren. But also no, because Asuka is way cooler than Eren.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. I'm going to wait until it shows up on my phone to see who was following. Why does it say fuck off twice? Why is everything fucked on my stream setup? I'll start hating Eren before I stop hating Asuka. Asuka's a fucking queen. Best character of all time, but we've been over this. I honestly have no idea what they could do besides talk to Ymir and make her a good guy again. They're gonna figure out, like... I got no idea what the fuck they're doing. 3 chapters left, what else is there left to do? Do we really need more of Eren's perspective, or are all the answers already out there and we just haven't been looking hard enough? Is the story going to come back, be in this chapter? No, obviously not. She's being saved for the end, which is interesting. How does it all end? Devilman Itachi something else. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, question mark, question mark, question mark. Gross. This shot is so fucking cool. Sunset. It's orange. The reason why we can't see his story yet is because she still knows things we don't know. Like who the fuck slept with her and got her pregnant. But obviously it was the farmer. So every like chapter Historia is left out. Sucks because Historia is a great character, and we like her interpretation of these events would be fun to see. But it just like the plot necessitates us not seeing Historia, because if we heard her internal monologue, we'd know too much, and the whole fucking series would have fallen apart, because it's all mystery and subverting information and not telling you until the big reveal. Which is interesting, because it implies that there's still more to learn. And that the first stop point here about maybe we already have seen everything, and like all of Eren's motivations are clear, we're just waiting for more, because a lot of people are they've got 3 chapters left, so their asses are on the edges of their fucking seats, and they're like, when is it going to be revealed that Eren is the good guy? And we get the Itachi ending, and they're begging and they're pleading, and when it doesn't happen, they're going to say that Attack on Titan is bad and the ending is bad. And it's going to be funny, but what a conflict of clusterfuck of whatever the fuck. What is going to happen? We need a fucking ending, and I want it now, and I'm excited. Tell me what the fuck is going on in this goddamn story, so we can fucking actually talk about it properly. But there, yeah, I hope it's just that the last big piece of the puzzle is definitely tied to a story. I think the rumbling is justifiable. Here we go. How lol. Well, never mind then, have this discussion. But Devilman ending means Eren wins, realizes everything sucks, and he did the wrong thing and has a hollow victory and either kills... What if Eren kills himself at the end the way Reiner was going to? That's a parallel. But he goes through with it. Reiner couldn't because he had to protect them kids. But Eren has nobody left to protect because he decided to rumble Paradis, because he gets back to Paradis and a civil war is breaking out because a lot of people died and activating the rumbling, and those people are pissed off and they've created a terrorist cell and they want to blow Eren the fuck up, and they try to kill him, and then he regenerates and then he kills them, and then the rest of the Jaegers are like, haha, lockdown, we're a fascist state now, haha. We really did this all for nothing, and Eren gets depressed and he fucking shoots himself. Now, that's the Kino Devilman ending. The Itachi ending, Eren planned this all. He knew what he was doing was wrong. The Itachi ending is going to piss Jaegers off the most. Because on one hand, it's going to make Eren kind of a good guy. And on the other hand, it's going to make everything they've said over the last 3 years completely fucking stupid by their own fucking saviors. Like, in their own savior's opinion. Because he knows that everything he did was terrible. But it was the only way. I had to do terrible things so I could give you all the happy ending. And then all the rumbling is justified. The rumbling is justified. People, I guess, will just act like they never said that. And then there's just like the third ending of Eren is the bad guy. Mikasa has to have a depressing conversation and call him an idiot. Or like Eren goes like, it's more of a Death Note like ending, right? Eren's master plan derails and he becomes a psychopath in like the last the last thing, instead of being this stoic masculine figure, he, like, is reduced to being a crying child who is told, like, shut the fuck up, and Levi kicks him again like he did in the goddamn trial scene, and is like, I should have hit you more, that's why you turned out this way. And Attack on Titan is actually conservative propaganda, not fascist propaganda, and then it's about hitting your children so they don't turn out bad or something. We could go in any fucking direction here is what I'm trying to say. The best direction, obviously, is everybody dies except for Gabby, and she saves the day, just shooting Colossal Titan after Colossal Titan, infinite ammo, and she wins. But there we go. I wish Eren fans understood that Eren didn't choose the rumbling, since he lost the ability to make choices when he saw the future and was bound to happen. But then he wasn't free. But then is that an innate contradiction in like a villainous character's fucking motivations? But he's not a villain, so that can't be true. I just don't think that far ahead, dude. I don't think Eren is getting a pathetic end. God, it would be fun though. Eren did choose the rumbling because it's what he wanted to do, even if he thinks it's morally wrong. Rumble's Paradis, bitch move. God, it would be good. Eren was doing it to save his people, man. And then he rumbles Paradis. Kino. Eren is cute, so I guess it's okay, true. Why do you think the no-name, no-face farmer is the father, Kyle? Because there was a reason. I remember, like, 2 days ago I thought this. I was like, oh, Eren can't be. Because aren't Historia and Eren both dressed in the same outfits in the scene in chapter 130 or whatever it is, as the scene where the military police dudes are talking about Historia going to the farmer? That farmer dude was tall as fuck, alright? Who's fucking Eren when this dude's over here? Historia, I guess. Pathetic. Also, she has to be pregnant so her and Ymir can raise a kid when Ymir comes back. I keep forgetting. Gabby shoots everybody, and Ymir comes back. Lesbian ending, Gabby wins. Attack on Titan is feminist propaganda for the win, and we charge forward. That's the best ending, but there we go. Levi now, where's the monkey? I don't think that's what he's doing at all, actually. Jaeger has to go and do Torchy Salmon's house if that happens. No, but for real, I wonder if Eren could even be held to the same standard as a normal person if everything is actually set in stone. But how would he know that everything is set in stone? I don't think we're supposed to think about it this hard. I think, honestly, it's just supposed to be everybody does bad things, teehee, and then we don't really do anything. He's more of a force of nature than a person. But then we need more explanation about this, because he gets pissy sometimes and all that. But yeah, he'll extinguish the flames with the waters of his onsen. I don't know what Anna's talking about. I think that might be it for last minute predictions. But then again, him saying he hated Mikasa seems like the most obvious misdirect in the world for him being a good guy, and he's just doing this to make them hate him because they don't understand, bro. But that's lame as fuck, and it would be better if he just actually did hate her, and that would be far more interesting and everything. Remember all those times Eren headbutted, I think it's just one time that he headbutted Mikasa? Yet all the girls on Twitter still stand. The abusive relationship. Shake my head. He knows in 131 he tries to not save Ramsey for getting beaten, then he realizes the future can't be changed after all. He does, but then it's also, did he see everything, or did you see partial things? Is somebody controlling what he sees to only show him certain things so he would do this, even though eventually they're going to win? Again, it's a clusterfuck of we need it to end for it to be set in stone for us to fucking figure this shit out. That's it, go away. Who am I kidding? Nobody watches these things to the end. I think we're done with the YouTube audience. I think we're telling them to be gone. Does Chad have anything interesting to say to a departing YouTube audience? Doesn't look like it. You should really read that long write-up I've sent you about Eren being a slave. You will learn some interesting stuff. Reading. Lame. PlebTube is out. Didn't Eren want the rumbling anyway? Either it sets in stone or he's just using it as self-justification. So this whole Attack on Titan sees the future made the story a clusterfuck in my opinion. I mean, it's not finished. So we can tell afterwards, I guess. But I don't know. It just makes Eren's motivations questionable. But maybe we'll figure that out at the end. End of slideshow. Click to exit. Well, for the YouTube audience, the chapter review will be out soon. I don't know if this fucking Alliance video will be out before then. Probably not. I think at this point I'm just going to wait and see if the Alliance video is made redundant by the next chapter coming out. I don't think it will be, but we'll have to wait and see. Because there's not enough time. We're probably going to get the chapter in 4 days. Can I really script, record, edit the audio, edit the video, upload a video in 4 days like that? Probably not. So the next video on the channel will probably be the chapter review. And then moving out of that, we'll see what we can do. Go watch Core Themes and Changing Context in Attack on Titan. It was the latest scripted video that came out. Didn't do too well view-wise. You better fucking ship over there, because that video is much better than this shit fucking discussion bullshit. But yeah, follow the Twitter. That's the best place to be. You'll get all the thoughts on the chapter beforehand, right as I read it, when it usually immediately comes out. So you'll also get spoiled if you're not careful. But that's your problem. With that being said, I guess this is where we say goodbye and say support links in the description below. Thanks.